What's up, YouTube? Gokai Ranger for Last Action Heroes Toys. And here today we are going to be doing a review of bd15's Ultrazord labels for the 93 Titanus and Dragonzord. Now, I didn't get the labels for the Megazord, but I will eventually get those. So, without further ado, I'm sure you'd like to see it and, you know, weigh out the pros and cons of getting these labels. I know some of you may think they're expensive, but to be honest with you, I think once you watch this video, you'll realize how awesome they are. So, at the end of the video, go ahead and note this in here. We will put a code in for you so that way you can get a discount on these decals or other decals, or you can contact him directly and do some custom decals for whatever you need. I've done a lot of business with him in the past, and I've got to say that I've always been, you know, really impressed with his work, and he does not slack on anything. You know, he gives out 110%, and I think you guys will be very, very happy once you watch this video and check things out. So without further ado, here we go. Okay guys, so I have lined all my stuff up here to make things a little easier for you. That way you don't see my smiling face all the time. But here's my 93. He is, now keep in mind, none of my stuff is complete. I wish it was, but it's not. So we have a 93 Megazord without the horns and the sword. I do have the shield upstairs, but as you can see, his labels are really worn. He's just, you know, he's been beaten, battered over time. He's missing his tail tip. He's missing the cannons on the back. You know, I mean, he's by no means complete. So he will eventually get done, but we'll go ahead and start with this Dragonzord, okay? Now, when bd15 sent me the labels, they come with, the Dragonzord come with 2 sheets of decals. Titanus himself came with 3 or 4 sheets, I can't remember. So it was a little overwhelming. Whenever you first get the decals, you're like, okay, where do I start? You know, basically, if you would go to get yourself a guideline, if you want, you can look at your Legacy figure. If you have a Legacy Dragonzord, you can kind of go by that. You can also go on bd15's website to kind of, you know, give you an idea where things go. And even better, you can refer to my video here and see exactly where they need to go. So I'll try to give you as much detail as possible so that you can get an idea for yourself, make things easier for you. Okay? Alright, so let's start with the front. The Dragon Shield comes with the main sticker right there, and then you've got the 2 off to the side. You've got the Z Rangers, or Zoo Rangers, sorry. You've got the belt that comes across there, and the detail of this is just amazing. I love this. Like, you can see the gold kind of glimmering, which is awesome. And he gives you every little piece, like right here, the little black piece that goes right there, the little black piece that goes right there, the dragon symbols on the side. I'll get it in the light here where you can see it a little better. Up top, the gold up top, which I bubbled mine a little bit, sorry about that. And then over here, the gold right here, 2 gold dots. The vents, I mean, it really makes it pop compared to what the 93 was. And I'll post some pics of 93 beside it. Now, my dragon tail isn't complete. I really need to tip. If anybody has a tip for me, let me know. You use the black stripping in between. That one got me a little bit. But the tail looks so much better. It was just plain before. Looks so much better. I mean, it really does. This whole Dragonzord looks amazing compared to what it did. I mean, You guys take a good look at, look, you even get the little black things for the hands. I know everybody's using Sharpies for that, so I'm telling you right now, that's worth it right there. These were a little difficult. As you can see, they're a little crooked. They were difficult to put on. You really need like a fine point screwdriver and just gently put it in place. And as you can see, I had one, but I still messed it up a little bit. So these can be a little overwhelming. I do recommend Goo Gone, although I used my fingers and hot soap and water. So, you know, this was the outcome of, you know, just using soap and water. But it took me hours. It literally took me an entire day to do him and him. So be prepared. If you want to do this, go ahead and prep your Zords and then make your order. You know, go ahead and strip them down. That way, when you get it, because you're going to be excited once you get these decals. You're going to want to put them on immediately. So I recommend you do the prep time. Go ahead and get them stripped down. Get all the stickers off of them. Now, that being said, there's still some stickers on him I haven't took off yet. But I've got the decals packed up to do it. So, because I'm fixing to move. And so it'll be a little bit before I get another video up, guys. Throw that in there real quick. Let's go ahead and look at Titanus. This is a 1993 Titanus, and I mean, look at the gold detail that he gave. I mean, he spared nothing when it comes to this Zord. He wanted it to look just like the Legacy line. I wanted it to look like the Legacy line, and that's what we got. That is amazing, ladies and gentlemen. That is awesome. Okay, now my Zord isn't by all means, you know, perfection. You can see the yellowing here and the yellowing here, and the yellowing on the neck right here. But in all fairness, I will turn this over. You see the battery. Okay, I took off the battery plate just so you can see that this is a 1993. Also, if you have this piece, the decals do include for this piece right here. So I know this doesn't necessarily come with your 93 Megazord or 93 Titanus, but he does include the decals for it. So not only do you get the decals over here for the plate, you get the decals right here. So if you've got the non-battery style plate, he gives you the decals for it. Not a problem, right? The guns look awesome. Now, my stickering is not the best, so I'm going to give you the best idea of what I can of what it needs to look like. This right here, I love the, this kind of reminds me of Zeo right here. Every time I see these hieroglyphs right here, it reminds me of Zeo. King Ranger, you know, of course, King Titanus right here. If you're thinking Sentai, you know. But it is just amazing, the detail that he gives us. Get in a little bit so you can see it. Even on the plating right here, the chest plate. I think this is actually my favorite view, the front view of him, because you get all the gold, you get the striping down, everything. A lot of people that have the Legacy Titanus have this. For those of us that don't want to spend $150, spend you $50. Get this. Not joking. Serious. $50. Okay? If you want your Titanus to look just as good, there you go. Look at that. It is amazing. You get all the black detail right here. You get the little red and black. You get the side panels down by the foot. You get the chest. Whenever it pulls out and down, you get those side pieces. Those are the side pieces that I haven't put on yet. So, but just to give you a good, see if it can focus here. Yeah, you see my stove. I'm doing this on my kitchen counter because it's the best place for it. has the best lighting in my house right now. Give you a good close-up. There you go. So as you guys can see, even the smallest detail, if I can focus in on it here, smallest detail, look at that. It is amazing, the work that he does. So you can see, obviously, the detail that goes in these, and, you know, it's money well spent. You're not going to be wasting your money with these. I guarantee that you get, you know, if you get them, you'll be very, very happy. The moment I've got all these on here, everybody's like, wow, you know, it looks brand new, you know, and I'm like, yeah, it does actually. You know, of course, you know, you're going to have the fading, you're going to have the yellowing, but I'm telling you, just looking at this Zord now really, really makes me happy. It brought it new life, so to speak. So this guy right here, you know, we're going to have to take care of him. Now that we got everybody else fixed up, we're going to have to fix you up. We're going to have to get the horns and the sword and the tail tip and the blasters and just finish you out, guy, because you feel all alone, don't you? So, yeah, just another quick rundown of the Dragonzord here. For those of you who have the Legacy, you know, you may not want to do this to your 93. It's up to you. You know, I wanted to. I have the Legacy, and I really wanted to check him out. And to be honest with you, this right here, even though I have the Legacy, made it worth it. I love that. Even if you have a Legacy, you might want to get that, because our Legacy don't have that good of chrome right there. You know. So there you guys have it. A 1993 Dragonzord and Titanus, completed with bd15 labels. And if you guys would go to his website, check him out. You don't necessarily have to purchase these, but if you purchase something, at checkout, you can use capital LAH and then BD15 as your checkout code. And that will give you a certain percentage off. It's a secret. I can't tell you what it is. But that'll give you a good percentage off your decals. And you'll end up having a magnificent piece just like this. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. Comment below. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm here all the time. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you later. Good night.